everyone. I'm Kim Jacobs, host of The Kim Jacobs Show, where we're bringing balance to the world, one household at a time. Listen, we go live every weekday, Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I bring guests on that talk about their backstories, things that they've had to overcome to become who they are today. Many of them are balancing and juggling life, and they've become experts in different fields. So they're sharing tips with you to make your life just a little bit easier. Many times as a guest in the studio audience, you'll get a chance to walk away with a missing piece of the puzzle that might be missing in your life. Let's go on this journey together, and I look forward to seeing you Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on The Kim Jacobs Show. You're watching Kim Jacobs Show. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode of The Kim Jacobs Show. Glad to have you. Katrina, how are you today?
I am amazing. Even though it's 8 a.m. on my time zone, I am here and ready to rock, girl.
Oh, my. Okay, so where are you located?
I'm in Northern California.
Oh, so that's why you look so bright and full of life and excited. I just think people in California, for some reason, it's like you have a different, I don't know if you walk differently or you have a different lease on life or outlook on life, but you're like positive and excited about life, right?
I don't know that I would classify every Californian as that, but I certainly try to start my day every day like that.
That's a good thing. You can only take ownership for yourself, not
right?
for anyone
I cannot
else.
tell you anything about all Californians because I think there's some weirdos here too.
Right. That's everywhere. I'm in Charlotte, so I'm like, really? Just even in driving, Katrina, because I'm driving and I'm like, I know you see me trying to put my signal on. I'm being courteous. I'm doing the right thing. And until you just like kind of take somebody, then you can't even get in. I'm like, this is crazy, you know?
I know.
Anyway, how are you all today, everybody that's tuning in? Go ahead and grab your virtual seats. Let us know where you're visiting in from. We're going to have a conversation here on the Kim Jacobs Show about how people balance all different aspects of life. Clearly, this woman, as you can see with like 20 books behind her or more, guess what? She's balancing life as an author, as an entrepreneur, and doing some dynamic things on this earth. So I'm super excited to have you here with us today. So as you all are grabbing your seats, I realized too, thanks to Katrina telling me this, and guys, I've been wearing these glasses a long time. I don't know that anybody told me that there was a major glare, but it took Katrina to come on the Kim Jacobs Show and say, Kim, you know, there's a big glare on your red glasses. So if anybody knows of some red glasses that are glare free, can y'all send them my way? Now, what if I got like 1,000 pair of red glasses? Glare free.
It's a lens. So that's all I know.
Let me go ahead and put 28 to Bayfield Parkway, because you never know. You never know. You get not because you ask not, right? Who knows?
I'm always looking to improve myself and people around me. You know, like what can I say? It's efficiency, productivity, improvement brings the more results in everything we do.
I agree. So I see all of you tuning in. I'm putting here red glare free glasses. If y'all are into the giving spirit and the holiday, send me some red glare free glasses. 1.75 reading glasses. That's
they sell them on Amazon, just so you know, Kim.
I know, that's where I got these from. That's where you all see the red glasses all the time, right?
They're amazing, and they match your whole outfit and your chair and everything, and we totally matched today.
But it's glare, thanks to Katrina telling me, and I'm grateful for that. So I need glare-free reading glasses for Kim. Okay. All right, everybody, let's get serious. I see you tuning in. You can put some of the comments up, Mackenzie, of people that's getting in their virtual seats right quick so we can acknowledge everyone. Let's see. Oh, Dr. Lotus Riche from the Lotus Riche Ignite show is on. Thank you for tuning in. Another great show with Miss Kim Jacobs. Thank you so much. Kim is okay. Thank you, Dr. Lotus. You're awesome is who's awesome. And you're from the Washington, D.C. area. Thank you for tuning in. All right. Yes, great work, Katrina, with the 20 books. and glare-free glasses.
Yes. It looks like you're going to get a load of glasses in the mail.
Not all red, everybody. Give me some other colors if you do that. Okay.
So too.
CTR Media Network is on today as well, and we are streaming today. Thank you to CTR Media Network for allowing us to stream as a podcast group on your program. So make sure you all check out ctrmedianetwork.com. And I see you, Katrina, saying hello to everyone. Listen, we're going to take a quick commercial break. And when we come back, I see you, Cool Gamer. Glad you're here. And yes, share the broadcast with everyone around the world. I know you have people that'll tune in from the Philippines and everywhere, Dr. Lotus. So please chime them all in. Listen, when we come back from this quick commercial break from our episode sponsor, we're going to introduce Katrina Sawa. We'll be right back.
I'm attorney Charles Everidge. I started out representing insurance companies until my father was seriously injured at work. 4 of his fingers were amputated. Our family went through a lot, so I know what you're going through as an injured worker. If you've been hurt on the job, call me now. I'll fight to get the workers' comp benefits you may deserve. I'll fight for you like family. Put my experience to work for you. Call 704-457-5000, the first call for injured workers.
All right, everyone, we're back and we are talking with the Jumpstart Your Biz coach, Katrina Sawa. She helps entrepreneurs create consistent money-making businesses, not just any old kind of business, money-making businesses. The creator of, yes, come through money. Can I borrow some of that? No, just
These are fake. Sadly.
Let me have my own, right? Okay. All right. The creator of the Jumpstart Your Marketing System and the Jumpstart Your Biz training series. Tell It Like It Is speaker is what she is, and an international best-selling author. That's why I need these glasses. Hold on, I done merged all kind of words together. Okay. An international best-selling author with 20 books behind her. Katrina has been featured on the Oprah and Friends, on XMR, on XM Radio Network, ABC, the CW, and the LA Tribune. She was awarded the National Collaborator of the Year award by the Public Speakers Association and is a 2-time nominee for the Wise Women Award by the National Association of Business Owners. It's all kinds of stuff that this woman is doing, and we're going to learn a lot more about Katrina during today's episode. Welcome to the Kim Jacobs Show.
Thank you, Kim.
All right, so we're going to go right into this. What made you decide that you're going to be this person? This person with all of these different hats that you wear?
I don't know that I decided to be this person. It's totally an evolution, I think, as most people, get into something and then it just keeps snowballing or evolving. But I used to be, what really got me working with small business owners is I was in advertising sales for the local newspaper 22 years ago, right? So I just saw them going out of business left and right, and I wanted to help. So I found things that they weren't doing and showed them what to do besides running an ad. Like, what else could they do to get business and stay in business? So that's where I really found the love of small business owners.
So you actually, when you were working there, it's not like you left and just went and started your own. You actually stayed there, and from the inside out, helped them identify more creative ways to expand and to stay in business, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, it's kind of like my first coach, when I did leave and started my own business, she said, well, you got a niche. You can't do everything. You can't be all this broad coach because you won't make a lot of money. You got a niche down into one little thing that you teach. And I was like, but that's doing them a disservice. I can't just teach one thing. So that was like what it was in advertising. They can't just run an ad in my paper and I couldn't ignore all the other things that they were doing wrong, like they needed to do. Like they didn't do follow up or direct mail, or they'd take checks in the store, but they wouldn't enter the address into a database and then continue marketing to them. I mean, people just didn't think like that. So I had to educate them in so many other areas, even as a newspaper sales rep. I think that's why I was top in sales, because I was so consultative about other things. Everybody else just went in, got the sale, went out, and I went in and built relationships.
That's good. And how important is relationship building when it
100%,
comes to
right?
any type of business. Can you talk from that perspective?
No matter what you're doing, it's all about relationships.
Right.
Everything is about relationships. Marketing is about relationships. Business is about relationships. Referrals is about relationships. Relationships are about relationships. I mean, everything. I mean, I don't know anything you're even in relationship with yourself. So in this lifetime. So I think it's the most important thing we can focus on is that.
Wow. That's interesting that you say we're even in relationship with ourselves, because I don't think too many people look at it like that. I do look at it like that. Sometimes I'm having a whole conversation with myself, or I'm like, Kim, you need to really get centered and try to figure out what's what in each component of your life. And so I'm talking to me. I'm not talking to anybody else. I'm with my own notepad and writing down my thoughts about my life, right? And so when you say having that relationship with yourself, a lot of people think, oh, keep your thoughts to yourself because you don't need to be talking out loud because you sound kind of something going on with you. But you seem like you share the same thoughts. Just in what way?
I pretty much don't hold anything back in business or personal. I've always said I have no filter, and that got me not in my jobs and my careers previous. It never really worked in my favor. Like I couldn't get promoted very well because I would be like, well, what about this? This is the problem. And da, 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 like,
Right.
And they didn't like that. And so I wasn't like, I knew that I was going to be an entrepreneur at some point. I just didn't always know what that was going to be. I just knew I was different than these people that worked in corporate.
So the whole time, like even in your younger years, did you know that you would be an entrepreneur?
I don't know, like in college, I mean, I have a business degree in marketing. And so they talked about it a little bit, but that was a long time ago, right? They didn't really, that's not where I learned how to be a business owner, frankly, but it probably sparked this internal stuff in me to be curious about it, which is why I never really wanted the real job. I kept taking these sales or marketing jobs where I still had some flexibility and freedom in my life, because I didn't want to be tied to a cubicle or clocking in and out. And so I just, I don't know. I don't know how it came about. It's just one day after the newspaper, I had a job for like 6 months at one of my advertisers. So I had met a local company who needed a marketing director. And I said, well, I'll go there. But it was an assisted living community. And there was so much death and negativity there. I just couldn't personally, physically handle that.
That would be overwhelming for me.
It was hard. I mean, the people that work in those places are angels. Let me tell you, my mom's in one now and I totally get it, but I couldn't stay there. But besides that, my boss at that job was a two-faced, like say one thing and do the other, like say one thing to his boss and then say a different thing to us. And we were understaffed. And so my last day there, I told him a bad word and I told him to F off. And I was out the door and I left because he was not nice. And so
You're like,
that's how I left corporate.
You're like, this is my last day. I might as well tell you totally how I feel.
Burn some bridges, baby. I knew I was not going back.
That's funny. But you know what? I heard some kind of emotion breaking up inside or kind of revving up inside of you when you were talking about that particular assisted living industry. I wonder how, and this is just my own question, but any questions that you all have in the virtual studio audience, type your questions, ask your questions. And even if you want to come on screen and directly speak with our guests, I'll pop this link here and all you have to do is copy and paste it into your browser. It'll bring you right into the program. Okay.
Fun.
But I was thinking when I'm hearing you speak, you got kind of emotional. I could feel it was an emotional tug. Yeah. How important is it for a person to really hone in on what it is that is what they're passionate about for real, not just doing a job just to be doing a job that may not bring out the best in the person?
For real. Well, I was kind of tearing up mostly because now that my mom had moved closer to us, thank God she did. She was in Vegas and we're in California. And she moved a couple of years right during COVID, like we had already planned. But just last year she was diagnosed, or at the beginning of this year, I forget. She was diagnosed with lung cancer. And so we thought we were going to have to put her into the assisted living side instead of the independent. And we got her anyway. So that's a little, near and dear. Like when you have to take care of a parent, I mean, I took care a little bit of my dad before he passed. I took care of my husband already. Like he's taking care of me. I mean, caregiving is real. And so
yes,
bringing it back to what you're doing for a living, you have to have that flexibility, especially when you're over 45 or 50, because your parents, like there might be a need there where you have to step in. And so I am so blessed that, I've been in business for 20 years now. And thank God I set up the systems and the automation and the ongoing consistent lead generation, marketing, follow-up, and sales processes, because it allows me to be able to take off for a week or spend time with whoever I need to take care of, or myself,
right.
So, it's important, I think, to build the business around the kind of life you want. Even if you're not thinking of this stuff yet,
this is good. Yeah.
It's important. It's important to think of it now before you need it. Because when you need it, if you're not set up for success in your business, your income's gonna tank.
Mm. I'm really glad you're saying that, because even though we're talking, you're obviously an entrepreneur, a successful one, but I'm glad that we're talking about caring for your parent as well, and making your business kind of work in synergistically with you caring for your parents, so you can be where you need to be as an entrepreneur. I really love that point that you're making.
It's lifestyle business, right? And it's how to build the business around the kind of life you want to live, rather than fitting your life in around your business.
That's beautiful.
It's also not profitable as much, and it's exhausting, and you can burn out, especially if something happens. I always talk about the what if factor. What if? At 42 years old in 2013, I had to get 2 total hip replacement surgeries.
Get out of here.
No, that was 10 years ago, right?
Wait. So you're saying you're 52 now?
Yeah.
Get out of here. Okay. Put some heart emojis, put some whoop, 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 all of that stuff in the comment section. You look good. You look good. Okay.
And I don't even have your skin,
Yes. Oh, I'm 52 as well.
Are you?
I am.
It's your birthday.
Do I look like I'm 52?
No, of course not.
Of course you're gonna say no. I just put you on the spot, right? You're like, no, Kim, you look 60. I'm like, oh, okay, thank you. When I'm 60, I'll be grateful to be 60. When I'm 70, I'll be grateful to be 70.
Right?
My mom is 71. And she looks amazing. My mom is gorgeous. Oh my gosh. I can't wait to get 71 if I'm going to look like that beauty queen, All right. So I know we're talking all different types of topics, but when you say trying to build your lifestyle to match what may end up happening in your life, when we come back from this commercial break, hey, Fee, this is my sister, Felicia. Hey, Felicia. She has a travel business too. She travels the world. So if you all are ever interested in becoming a part of an organization that allows you the freedom to travel, reach out to Fee Millions over there. I think that's her nickname on Facebook. That's my sister, okay? And I see you, Vera Thomas. Vera Thomas has the Vera Thomas Show, and she's on here as well with some heart emojis. Hey, Vera. And she is gifted at the spoken word and helping young people. All right, listen, when we come back from this commercial break, I want to hear about automation, because some kind of way you have become the automation queen as well. Teach us how we can do that in our businesses and make it successful. We'll be right back after this commercial break. We're talking with Katrina Sawa. We'll be right back.
It's not just...
All right, everyone, we are back, and we are talking with Katrina Sawa, who is a very successful entrepreneur in her own right, author or collaborating author with over 20 books behind her. And she's learned and mastered something called automation. Talk to us about it, Katrina.
Well, I can't tell you that I've mastered it, frankly. I'm constantly working on it. Are you kidding me? I think it starts with your website, frankly. So many people ignore their website, or they put it up and they think it looks beautiful and then they forget about it and they go on with social media and all this other marketing stuff, when the website needs to be the hub of your business. And
okay, somebody type that in the comments so I know you're paying attention. The website needs to be the hub of your business, according
yes,
to Katrina. Go.
it really does, because everything can go in and through your website, especially now in this virtual world. After COVID, everybody is online. Yes, some people are going back to in-person stuff. Of course, we're straddling a little bit more of that now, but come on, I'm a speaker too. Do I want to travel and speak, or do I just want to pop on my Zoom and speak? I'll do this all day long, frankly, because it's, I don't have to leave my family. I don't have to get on a plane and go away for 4 days or whatever, traveling somewhere. I will for the right thing.
Right.
But so that means we have to have, whether you're a speaker or an entrepreneur or any kind of business person, you have to have stuff online that you can put in the chat, right? So our chat is our best marketing place now, other than social media. Social media is great, but frankly, hardly anybody sees your stuff these days.
Look at all of this. When she says this, guys, this is what she means. Have something to put in the chat so people can stay connected with you. This is her all day long. Okay, go. Keep talking.
Connect with me for sure. I'm on all the platforms. And but if you, I mean, yes, you can hang out on Facebook. I talk about picking a lane, however. So when I talk about marketing, because let's face it, there's like 20 different things you can do. It's not just about social media. Social media is not your only marketing tool. It's one of 20 things you could do. And then within it, there's like, I don't know, 10 or 12 different places you can be, right? And if you're not on them consistently, then it's really not going to do you that much good.
That's right.
So it's fine, but I prefer to spend like 10 or 20% of my time on social media, frankly. And I would much rather spend 90% of my time in front of an audience or networking with a group. And whether that's in person or virtually, that is the gold. That is the fastest path to cash. But when you are in those groups, you have to build relationship. Make sure you say the right message to make people go, oh, I want to know more. And then you have to send them somewhere. So you have to send them to a web page. I have 200 something web pages on my website. Actually, I have 5 websites and they all have a purpose, right? And so there's always things to send them to, not just one free gift. I probably have a dozen, you guys. Like, you don't want just one place to send people, because what if they don't want that thing? Then they're not getting on your list. You have to have multiple things. And then you have to have the nurture campaigns to go with it, and all the emails and all the follow-up phone calls and direct mail. Yes, you need to do those things. Direct mail is like the only thing you can guarantee will get in somebody's hand if you have the right address, right? The only thing. We're all going to open our mail.
Right.
You have to send that. You can't guarantee your Facebook friends are going to even see your post, right?
Nope.
Or your direct message. If you're not friends, you can't guarantee they're going to see it. It could be their assistant reading it, but their assistant.
So what are you saying? Because then you're saying a lot of good things, but you said you can't guarantee that people are going to see certain posts and DMs and different things. So what are you saying we should do?
So even your email list. I mean, your email list is critical. Don't get me wrong. It's your database. It's your gold. But still, like, I would say the majority of emails these days go into spam or trash.
Right.
And the more and more, the longer we do email, the more they're going to go in spam or trash. And if your prospects and subscribers and clients are not actually looking in their spam or trash, please look in your spam or trash every day, you guys. Every day. There's something in there, most likely, that you wanted. It's probably sitting in there.
Okay, I need to get better at that, because I only do it if someone says, did you get my mail? And I'm like,
no, I look at it 3 times a day. I look at my spam and trash 3 times a day. A lot of my own stuff goes in there. Some of my client stuff goes in there. Some of my email newsletters go in there. Some of my friends' stuff that I want to see goes in there. Some of my client stuff goes in there. And if they go in there too much, I tell them, we have to look at the wording that you're using, because you're going into spam too much, right?
That's important.
So you have to look there, but you also have to just realize not everybody's going to read how much? I got 30% open rate. That's a pretty good rate. But most people get 10, right? If you have more than that, it's fantastic, but you're still not getting 100% of people. So get their mailing address and send them something in the mail, get their phone number, leave a voicemail. There's ways to do mass voicemail if you want to. I know it's a little more impersonal, but it's better than nothing.
That's right. That's right. Y'all, these are some great wisdom tips that are being shared. So make sure that you all are capturing them and taking notes. Dr. Lotus Rache often says note takers are money makers. So make sure that you are taking your notes today from Katrina Sawa, who's sharing some significant tips with us today. All right, this is good. Let me ask you another question. There are some things I'm sure that's happened along this journey with your job, with your business, and there may have been some mistakes that you made along the way. Can you share some of those mistakes? Because I'm sure us as entrepreneurs watching may have made similar ones. And how do you go about avoiding continuously making the same mistake over and over and over again?
Yeah, I made a lot of mistakes. I could be here for 3 hours telling you everything, but I don't even know if I remember everything. My memory is shot after 50. But the biggest thing,
that's all I know.
In the beginning, I would say my ego was the biggest mistake that I made.
That's a good one.
I'm just being honest. I would hire a coach and pay $12,000, $25,000, but then they told me to do something like niche down into this one thing. You'll make a lot more money, and I'm like, no, I think I'm gonna stay over here with this because I clearly know better than you.
Right.
So, yeah, if you hire someone who really knows what they're doing, then do what they tell you.
Do what your coach is telling you to do,
Yeah.
especially if you've already invested money to have them as a coach. Then why not give a try with what they're saying?
Yeah,
good.
I do
Right.
work
What
with a
else?
lot of perfectionists, so it's hard when you have a perfectionist or a control freak. But they actually do like being told what to do, which is what I love to do. So, so another mistake is probably, let's see. So I was all about the doing, like, what do I need to do to get to 100,000? Before I got to 100,000 in my business, which took me 6 years, frankly, probably because I didn't listen, right? But I had this coach. It was like the third coach that I hired, and I'm like, okay, he's going to show me how to make more money. He's
Right.
a guy, he's direct. But nope, him and the mastermind that I was in that whole year, all they kept telling me to do was just be, Katrina, just be. And I was a little like Energizer Bunny. Well, I got this program, I got this, and I've got these web pages, I got this freebie, I'm doing these kinds of marketing, what else do I need to do to get to 100,000?
Right.
And they would say, just be.
Just be
love,
Katrina.
Be love. And I'm like, what does that mean? Like, I don't know what to do about that. Like,
Like, what does that translate to? Right.
I had to learn the lesson of doing versus being.
Okay.
And that took a year or a little bit longer. I'm still constantly having to remind myself to be, not just do in my business. It's my thing.
So let me, because I'm big, I want to break this down. When somebody said to you, which you paid bulk thousands to, for them to just tell you, in my opinion, it's like, just be Katrina, be Katrina. So what does that mean to us as we're listening to your coaching today, even though our session is free? But the point is, we're listening to you today and you're telling us to just be Kim, just be Kim. What does that mean to us as entrepreneurs?
That's what I said. But I found out, what does that mean? What do I need to do to just be like, Okay, so then I would go to events. I went to a lot of conferences back then and a lot of events. And so I would try it out, just walk into the room and just kind of stand there open. Whoever needs my brilliance or my shoulder to cry on or advice or whatever is going to be drawn to me. And so I would I would sit at tables where I didn't know anybody instead of sitting with people I knew, which I don't usually do anyways because I'm all about networking. So I sit with people I don't know, and it'd be the perfect person next to me that needs to read my book, Love Yourself Successful or something, because they would be a hot mess, right? So like, I'm like, oh, honey, here, take this book, read it, it'll do you wonders. And I would just do those things and just be and give and be and give and be and give. And at the end of that year, lo and behold, I made over $100,000. And to top it all off, I was single at the time. I had divorced my starter husband.
Husband. I have never heard anybody call somebody a starter husband.
Starter husband, keeper husband.
I'm a great starter husband. Let me go to the real one now. What?
Yes. So I also found who I thought was going to be the love of my life that year. So at the end of the year, I had this whole epiphany. I'm like, I got love and money at the end of the year, which then started this whole crusade I had about getting more love in your life and money in your business. And
Okay. Take a break. This is a good place. Wait a minute. I'm actually going to go to, and Mackenzie, I'll do this commercial right quick. I'm going to go to our episode sponsor, CTR Media Network, as well as we're streaming live today here on CTR Media Network as well. So here's some information about them, and we will be back to hear about this. Mackenzie typed in the back. She said, trial run husband. And what happened with love and money? What happened? We got to find that out. We have to know that right after this break. We'll be right back.
CTR Media Network was created for today's podcasters. We provide a safe haven for content creators that are everyday people doing extraordinary things. We have a system of positioning, monetization training, coaching, and support for our podcasters' success. CTR Media Network simply bridges that gap with a level playing field for your dreams to come true cost effectively. Our team provides a premium service and experience for our podcasters to grow. CTR Media Network provides access, support, resources, coaching, and community for our podcasters to win, if you put in the work. We believe that we are living in a unique time which requires you to share your message of hope with millions of people around the world. Remember that the world is never too saturated for you, your voice and message. A platform for positive impactful media where the content creators are in the driver's seat. Visit our website today by going to www.ctrmedianetwork.com.
All right, everyone, we are back and we're talking with Katrina Sawa, who is telling us about love, money, not settling, and all kinds of juicy tidbits in between. All right, so Katrina, you had a husband who you called a starter husband. Then you found who you said you thought. I heard the word, I thought.
That's
the key.
He wasn't the one.
I thought he was going to be the love of my life. So he became your husband?
No, he was a 2-year in-betweener where
not the starter and the in-betweener, please. Oh my gosh, we got somebody type that in the comments. I will not want to ever forget these comments. Starter husband, in-betweener boyfriend that was supposed to be the love of her life, but he really wasn't. Okay.
Yeah, who cost me almost 70 grand, for God's sakes. He took all my money. Like, oh my God, it was horrible. Yeah, we bought a house together. I paid for everything, and he was just a mooch, and didn't even, have any remorse when we were done. Yeah, broke my heart on my 40th birthday. Thank you very much.
Aww.
Next.
Okay, remember, y'all, these are the views expressed, and I'm sure Mackenzie's going to find it because she does that. Anytime somebody says anything controversial, these are just the views expressed by our guests. They do not reflect that of CTR Media Network or the Kim Jacobs Show always. Sometimes I do share personally the opinion of my guests by all means. So go ahead. Your in-betweener broke your heart, and what happened?
Yes, and so that actually, did I say something controversial? Okay, I guess I did.
No, it's just that we do that sometimes.
Just my opinion, folks. Just my opinion.
Go ahead. You can take it down, Mackenzie. Go.
I can't tell you. This is my life. What can I say, right? And this is how you have to navigate entrepreneurship too, because when you're a newbie in love, well, you better have systems in place and automation because you want to spend more time with them, right?
Right.
And then when you break up, I was broken for 4 months. I thank God I had systems in place for that too, because all I wanted to do was hang out with me and my German Shepherd, right?
I've been broken, and and so she got the views up on that for me too.
Yeah. So then it was time to go, a little bit of a reflecting back of, okay, maybe it was not just them, maybe it was me. So I went to some relationship workshops. I took 3 relationship workshops with an amazing gal who runs them all over the country, and did a deep dive on my inner self and what I really wanted in a relationship. And I did that kind of work and was very transformational, on top of hiring coaches and working on my business. But, for a couple of years, I spent a lot on my personal development because I did want to have a good relationship again. And it was very important to me to have love in my life and affection and attention. And that's a big part of who I am. I don't want to be alone. Many people are fine by themselves, but I really like being in a relationship.
Yeah,
So
me too.
I did that work. And then in 2012, it was January, I said, okay, I'm going to find the man of my dreams this year. And I was on 4 dating sites, online dating sites. I did those relationship workshops. I had another one that year. And, and I hired a matchmaking service.
Okay.
Like,
how did that work for you? That's what one of my
that one
friends.
was horrible. That was a horrible. But because I was telling the universe, I'm all in. Like, you're going to find him this year for me, because I did. I mean, it was probably $15,000 investment just in my love life that year. Okay.
Wow. Okay. These are all different shows that you're saying, by the way. So we could have a whole online dating experience episode.
I was on TV talking about my online dating experience, and I'm a business coach, but she heard me talk about this story when I was on previously about my book. And she's like, well, we're going to have you back on talking about online dating. I'm like, well, you don't say no to the media. You say yes. And then you figure it out. Right. So so it took me 6 months, and boom, I met Jason, who's my current forever husband. So
Jason, you have a special place in our hearts. You are the current forever husband. Okay. That's good. And now do I not have a picture of Jason? Is he on your Facebook page?
I think I sent you one. Yes.
You did. You sent me one. If I have it, then I have it.
Jason and Riley's my stepdaughter. I never really wanted to be pregnant or give birth, but
okay, tell me, is this it? What do I have? I can't. No, these are some girlfriends.
That's some of my clients at my house when we did a retreat.
Okay.
That's a photo shoot picture.
That's so cute. I don't see a picture of you in that.
That's Jason and Riley.
Forever husband, Jason. The forever husband. This is Jason, and who is the lovely child in the background?
Riley.
Hi, Riley. Oh, and you look so happy. Look at you. I can see your back teeth right there, Katrina. Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
Oh, did that bring a tear?
Yeah, it's important. It's important to have the love in your life and money in your business. And it breaks my heart to see women and men who focus on just one or the other, and they don't see success in the other. So I'm really all about focusing on both, and don't settle for a crappy significant other, or someone who talks down to you, or someone who doesn't support you. The grass is greener, you guys. Find someone else. Just trust that you will.
Find a Jason, or let a Jason find you, and a Riley. Let them find you. And you too can have some wonderful love and also have great finances and a wonderful life. I am excited about what you're here sharing today. And so now, if you had to say, what was like the number one thing that ultimately catapulted you to the next phase in your business, in your marriage, in your life overall, what would be that thing?
I mean, I think really it was the being. It was working on myself, Wow. It was working on myself.
That's good.
But I'm constantly I still do personal development. Almost every morning I listen to something, and my husband does it now too. And I think it's important to continue growth That's mindsets good. And learning new things. If you don't,
do that as well too.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's so important. Yeah, it is a game changer. Yeah, it's a game changer. And too many people focus on some things and ignore that, or shove it under the rug, or they've been together. I can't even tell you, when I learned about the being and the significant other stuff and all that kind of thing, then I looked at my clients and I said, okay, I wonder, this client, we'll call her Jane, is why she's not as successful making money. She's not doing the things I'm suggesting she does in her marketing. I wonder. So I would ask Jane, what's going on in your personal life? And, and so that's when I started really diving into people's personal lives a little bit more. Some people were open to sharing and some people were not so open. I have some clients in their 70s. So you know, like that generation, they're not as
upfront and forthcoming.
Yeah. And
they don't share their private information. They're like, that's my business.
Yeah, or they were brought up to not talk about anything negative and just stay with the person that you're with for 50 years, right? Yeah. And I'm like, well, you don't have to. You don't have to.
Yeah.
But too many people don't put themselves first. And
that's good that you're saying this.
Yeah.
Okay, a comment came in from Vera Thomas. She said, absolutely no belittling, name calling. See, that's why I need those glasses. Y'all can see I'm squinting. Okay, so name calling in any relationship, better to be alone than to subject oneself to verbal abuse of any kind or abuse of any kind.
Any kind, yeah. Even in my start of marriage, when I was an employee when we got married, or actually we met doing door-to-door sales, but then I was an employee of these companies I was telling you, and then I started my business 6 years into our marriage, and I opened up the whole can of worms, right? Like, oh, I can do this. Oh, I need to go here, and now I have this idea, and now I want to do this, and now I want this, and now I want that, and now I want this. I mean, it just opens up the whole entrepreneurial idea and mindset. And he was in the employee mindset. So too many people are married with the employee versus the entrepreneur mindset. It's not that it can't work. It's just you have to really work at the communication because you think differently. And so he didn't support me wanting to get a new website or go to a conference or hire a coach. And I'm like, well, I don't know what I'm doing. I need someone to show me what to do.
Right.
And so
I'm not going to.
Yeah. So I would fake it. I would go to networking events and people would be like, well, how are you doing? Oh, everything's great. Thanks. And then I would go home and I would literally cry myself to sleep in that relationship. That's not living, you know. That's not living. So I was 35. I said, am I going to live like this for the next 30, 40 years? I'm like, no, I got to get out because it's not working. And I tried for 2 years, right? And then I had to let it go.
That's good that you took that step too and did what you needed to do. Yes, my sister said, you definitely need to come back for part 2. She's like, seriously, Kim, bring her back for part 2. I agree. And definitely everybody, when you think from a business entrepreneurship perspective and managing your family and trying to balance it all, because this show is about how you're balancing different aspects, what types of things do you recommend that business owners can delegate to somebody else, just from your point of view? We're going to take a commercial break. I'll give you 2 seconds to think about it. And then when we come back, we're going to hear your answer. I am having a ball with Katrina Sawa here on the Kim Jacobs Show. I hope you are too. Put your comments and flood it over there in the comment section. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Nothing says I love you more than final expense insurance whole life protection. With funeral advocacy nationwide, saving you and your family 30 to 80% off funerals and cremations. Nothing says I love you more than Get Insured Solutions, LLC. GetInsured.Solutions, 704-499-3616.
All right, everyone, we're back and we're talking with Katrina Sawa, who is an entrepreneur, author, mom, and wife, and you name it, of a forever husband, not her starter husband. Okay. So what do you recommend that people can delegate as business owners so they can have more time with their friends?
Yeah. And I get that it's probably one of the last things people want to do, because as they start making money, or even before they start making a lot of money, they're like, oh, thank God, I'm making money, right? Let me just save it, or let me just use it. And now I'm finally making money. And then, or I'm barely making enough to cover my bills. I can't possibly afford, I'm looking at my checkbook, I can't possibly afford to hire someone. I have to wait until I make a whole lot more money to hire someone. Big mistake, because there's only so much time in the day. I mean, you're going to burn out before you get to that level, most likely. And so I have a whole list of things you could delegate. In fact, I'm reworking some of the people on my team right now too. I have about 4 people on my team. And I started with one assistant who was like an intern at $250 a month or something. That was way back when. Then I had a bookkeeper because the first year in business, my books I didn't record anything. And then at tax time, I said, my mom had already had some experience in bookkeeping. And I said, Mom, can you help me with my books? And she did. She got me ready for tax time. And then she said, now you have to hire a bookkeeper because I'm not coming back.
Ever again. I'm going to be your mom. If you want our relationship to be intact, it won't be this.
Now, you don't necessarily need a bookkeeper unless you start making a lot of money. But if you don't know tax stuff, then you need the tax loops and the tax holes and I don't know all of that stuff. So you don't want to be doing your own taxes when you don't know all the entrepreneur tax laws, because it will probably cost you. Okay. So more than it will save you. So there's that. Techie stuff nowadays is usually the number one thing people hire for is handling their website, either maintaining it or updating pages or updating the plugins in the back end and managing firewalls and whatever, all that kind of stuff, techie stuff. So that is usually the first thing you want to do, because techie should run your life. Like everything should be in and through your website and automation. And so your database is in techie land as well. You got to send email newsletters with certain HTML and all these campaign things. And, oh my God. I mean, there's campaigns and there's funnels, and like you should not try to get a degree in funnels and landing pages when you're whatever you do. I don't care what you do. That's not where you want to spend your time. You should hire that out. I have plenty of people I can refer you to if you need somebody. And then most people actually just hire a social media person, but a lot of times they don't hire someone who actually has a marketing brain around that, just someone who knows how to post. And that's not helpful. So you need someone who will strategize with you, be up on the latest trends, and give you suggestions on how to do your social media differently. That's who you want to hire. And yes, those people are usually more expensive than just a poster or someone to have presence for you. So there's that. But
there's some good people. Okay, so you said bookkeeper, tech person, a social media person.
It could be a general assistant. Like, remember I told you that we should be doing direct mail and phone calls? Well, a lot of times you can write a script on what you want someone to say on the phone. And especially if it's just a follow-up phone call, then other people can do that. If it's addressing a note card, no offense, but like we have pre-printed note cards, and I told them what to write in it. I don't have to be the one to actually fill it out. So those get mailed out. Now there's some direct mail that I do myself, but like gifts and client stuff or prospects, but a lot of it can be delegated, that kind of stuff. It's all the TBS daily, weekly stuff.
Okay, so I'm typing. Mackenzie, I wish you could be typing what I'm asking you to type back here for me right quick. That would help me. Okay, so delegate the following, which is bookkeeper, tech person, social media, and a general assistant. Okay, so let me put that, and I'm going to pop that up here. Make sure you all look at some of those particular type of positions that you would get filled right away if you're a business entrepreneur. That way you can get a tech person, social media, general assistant. And I see Mackenzie said that she's your girl. She's your girl for that. And she has 31,000 followers on TikTok. So she would love to talk to you to be an assistant for you. Okay. And I see your comment, Mackenzie. Can you go back to work for me for 1 second backstage? Help me out. Help us out. All right. Felicia said, oh my God, I was that person who had an employee mindset for years and never understood how my husband could take the risk the way that he did. So I'm so grateful that I finally have a growth mindset, and better late than never, because she's worked in corporate America for probably about 20 years or so. And right now she's started a business venture with travel agency, and she's kind of stepping out doing that. And it's pushing her way out of her comfort zone.
Yeah.
but it's very rewarding for her and her family. They get to travel together and have a wonderful experience. So hopefully anybody that's interested in learning more about that, check my sister females out. All right. Let's see other comments that came in. I don't want to miss anybody. Absolutely no belittling, name calling in any. Okay, we talked about that. My mom is on too, and she said, "Good morning, good show, ladies. I love this show." I love you, mommy. All
My
right.
mom doesn't watch my shows and webinars.
Oh yeah, yeah. Your mom, she'll watch them. She supports you. Tell people too. I love that. Love in your life and money in your business, both being important. This is so good. Yes, great comment. Listen, how do people get all of those books behind you? Please tell us. How do we get those?
Well, they are all on Amazon. However, I don't sell them all on my website, only the ones that I actually publish. So I have the 3 Love Yourself Successful, the new Jumpstart Your New Business Now, and then I have the whole Jumpstart Your Blank series. Those are compilation books where I published 70 different authors in 5 books in 5 years. And so those are all on my website. The rest of them are books that I've been a part of, or they've been client books. The compilation books are a great way to get published. You don't have to write the whole book, which is like birthing a baby, I think. I don't know. I didn't birth one, but it's a lot of work. And you procrastinate a lot when you're writing your own book. You're like, well, it's not perfect yet. I can't publish it yet. Or
Right.
there's something
It's a
missing, or I
lot
don't
of
even know how to start
procrastination.
writing. I mean, like, let's be real. So if you're in a compilation book, then someone nudges you along to get it done and helps you with the chapter. And it can get done faster because they've got deadlines and you're accountable to other people.
You better believe it. They're like, "Where's your chapter? Where's your
Exactly.
part? Are you
So it's a great place to get
Sam,
started.
hold me up." What's
That's
your
how I got
website?
started.
What's your website?
JumpstartyourBizNow.com.
Jumpstart your BIZ.
BIZ,
.com.
biznow.com.
Biznow.com.
Jumpstartyourbiznow.com, jumpstartpublishing.net if you want that.
Now, this is the one I want to put up. Everybody go to jumpstartyourbiznow.com and you will see the books that she's authored, and you can get your copy today and get it signed. They can get it signed by you, right?
Yeah.
You will get a signed autographed copy of those books that she's personally written. And then you can also check her out on Amazon by typing her name in, and all of these different books, 20 of them will come up, whether she's a contributing author, the spearheader or visionary of it, or whatever. She's is all there on Amazon as well. So there's no excuse. And plus, I put in the comment section a whole paragraph of links for you to stay connected with our own Katrina Sawa. All right. So make sure too, you all invest in the Kim Jacobs Show is scrolling down below, and you can Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, whatever way works for you, so that we can keep this level of programming coming to you daily at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time, as you can see right here on CTR Media Network and on the Kim Jacobs Show platforms. And soon it'll also be with Believe in Your Dreams as well. But okay, I am excited about this and everything that we're learning today. You are a networker at heart. And so tell us why you continue to network, and what are some of the networking outlets that you utilize the most?
There's so many places you can network these days. So it really depends on what groups you want to hang out with, or where your target ideal clients are. I work mostly with women. I have a few men clients. So I hang out with the women's business groups like eWomen Network, which we're both a part of. And Polka Dot Powerhouse is another one that's amazing, relationship oriented. I've been a member of Public Speakers, Women's Speakers Association, NOWBO. Gosh, I mean, there's so many. Grand Connection is a Canadian one that's out of Canada, but it's universal. They're running a giveaway right now. But there's Leap for Ladies. My friend Colleen runs that. I was in her book last year. And so, I mean, there's so many different ones. Yeah. Excellent. And I run one too. I run the International Speaker Network. So we have speaker opportunities and networking all year long.
Excellent. Excellent. And I see, thank you, Mackenzie. She put your Amazon link in there. All you have to do is copy it and paste it into your browser. It'll take you to some of the books that are by Katrina there, and you'll be able to get everything you need. Katrina Sawa and a whole bunch of
You
Let
don't
us
need
just,
that. I don't think you need the whole rest of it. Just /Katrina-Sawa.
right. Okay. So Amazon.com/Katrina-Sawa. It'll take you to the books that are on Amazon as well. And if you are interested in becoming a part of eWomen Network, I'm the managing director in the Charlotte, North Carolina area, and I would love to briefly just introduce you to the network, and then I'll come back and get some closing comments from you. Okay. All right. So let me take a moment to just play. Give me a second. This commercial. We'll be right back. Hi, I'm Kim Jacobs, the managing director of the Charlotte, North Carolina chapter of eWomen Network. I am so excited that you stopped to watch this video. I've got good news for you. You've just discovered an international network of women entrepreneurs who are committed to helping you achieve, succeed, and prosper. We're on a mission here to help 1 million women entrepreneurs each achieve $1 million in annual revenue. Here at eWomen Network, we have a complete success system that supports you every step of the way in building and growing your business. You being here right now is no accident. We're supposed to know about you. We want to meet you to find out how we can help you as well as learn about what you have to offer. With over 500,000 women connected through 118 chapters across the United States, Canada, Australia, and the United Kingdom, you are never alone. If this is resonating with you, please go to ewomennetwork.com/Charlotte. Notice too my contact information. I invite you to reach out to me and to check out our upcoming in-person and online events. I'm really looking forward to introducing you to our special community. All right, we're back. So Katrina, as we're going to be closing soon, but I do want to ask you, if someone wants to jumpstart their business in the next 90 days, and that's one of their goals, they have the goal of 90 days, I'm going to be here. How can they do that with you?
Well, I have an event coming up next week, actually. You could do that. I have a free webinar coming up. I have a lot of different resources, but they can also join eWomen and get networking. I've been a member for 20 years, you guys. It's a great organization. So make sure if you're in her neck of the woods or wherever, join. Happy to help you if you need support. The number one way to make more money today is to raise your rates and go talk to somebody.
Raise your rates and go talk to somebody. Somebody type that. We have people on here, and some of you never type or comment, but I know you're there and you call me like, oh, great job. Okay, listen, type it in the comment sections, raise your rates and go talk to somebody. And you know what? I'm big on role playing. So can we just take 2 seconds to just role play? Are you okay with role playing?
I love it.
Okay,
I used to be horrible at it in corporate, but I'm good at it here.
Okay, well, we're just in a conversation. We're in our living room. We're talking, hey, girl, how you doing? Okay, so let's role play. What would I do? Let's see. So, and who am I going to be? I'm going to be me. I'm Kim. You're Katrina. And I'm looking to start my business, jumpstart my business. And I'm new at this. I just don't really know what to do. So Katrina, hi, how are you?
Hi, Kim. So
I actually am looking to find out from you how I can get some more clients. I teach people how to start their own talk shows from scratch. But I want to know from your perspective, how would you recommend that I go about inviting people to take that one-on-one training with me? I already know the answer. I'm just role playing. Okay, go ahead.
Well, of course, networking is important, and that's where you want to start and speaking. But first, you have to know exactly what you're selling. Most people don't. Most people don't have a clear understanding of their package, their price point, and the value that they bring or the transformation that they provide. So what you're selling is the very first thing you have to look at. And most people will just say, I help people, blah, blah, blah. That's not a package. That's not a price thing that I can buy. You have to be able to talk to somebody and go, ooh, they would be perfect for this program or that thing. And you have to have those price points and those packages in your brain before you go out marketing. Otherwise, you're just going to lead people to nothing and you're not going to close very efficiently.
Oh, that is so helpful, Katrina. I greatly appreciate it. So, for example, I'm actually selling, if you want to say selling, I'm
Mhm.
giving people the opportunity to get their brands, their stories, their messages out to the world, and also to provide a platform for them to be able to have other people that share similar interests to get their messages out through their platform. So, it's really giving the people the opportunity to have their gifts and talents shared with the world because we all impact people differently.
Yes. And I would say that's a great service. It still doesn't tell me what you're selling.
So what
So,
I'm selling, so what
Mhm.
I'm selling is I'm actually teaching people how to start their own talk shows from scratch. I teach them that in a 6-week training and it's one-on-one with me. And during that time, I will help them develop their show from A to Z so that they can start going live at the end of the training with their new show.
And that's awesome. I would say there's a lot of things that people are scared about with that too. So you might have people hearing that on networking where you're doing your introduction and still won't reach out to you because they're like, oh, I can't possibly do a show. So
No.
there's a lot
Meanwhile,
of
they do a show every day. Every
there's a
day. That's
lot
what
of
I was.
things you have to say in that initial networking. Whatever you said is wonderful. And the people who want that will raise their hand, but it's going to be a small percentage compared to the people that are hiding thinking, oh, that's not me. Right.
Oh, see, I need to just book
So
my
changing up
session
your
with you.
message. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not going to
And I'll
take up.
bet whatever you're charging is not enough. And I'll bet that you could do it in a couple other ways as well. So that there's different options for people to do it this way, that way, or this way, in case they're a do-it-yourself learner or they want to be in a group or da da da. So there's a lot of ways to do it differently.
Voila. And that's why you have Katrina Sawa here today. And she's telling you her expertise, and she can help you too to jumpstart your business in the next few days here. If you want to go ahead and reach out to her. Let me pop these final pictures up that you sent and make sure that I see. Here's a picture here. Tell us about that.
We were doing a photo shoot with my clients and I was just being goofy and it came out as a really good shot, I think, to do as a speaker shot. So
Yes, I love it. I love it.
same thing
Love,
with that, right? It showcases the books and it's a great speaker shot.
I
So I
love
use
it.
that. Yeah.
Love yourself successful. What does that mean? Love yourself successful. Tell us in a nutshell as your closing comment.
That means focusing on yourself, right? And there's 4 types of love that I talk about, how if you focus on them, that it helps you make more money in your business. But too many people ignore them or think they only have to focus on their business. So it's the personal stuff you got to look at.
This is good. Okay. Well, stay connected, everyone, with Katrina Sawa. And I know that your phone, voicemail, email, everything should be flooded today from people that's tuning in. And how can they stay connected with you?
Just connect with me on social. It's fine. But make sure you say you saw me here, right, in the message. Don't just like friend request people, and because they don't remember where they saw you. So you have to message them too.
That's good. That's good. Very good. Okay. And so today is also, I think this is just endearing. So I had Cassandra, one of our team members, she shares different holidays and things with us. And I want to pop this up. Today is Chadwick Boseman Day. In 1976, actor Chadwick Boseman, who rose to screen prominence as the star of the Black Panther, was born.
Love
And
that movie.
so here today is the day that is Chadwick Boseman Day on November 29th is held on the late star's birthday and is a day for us to remember the actor who sadly left us too soon. So I just wanted you all to know that. He's played in other films as well, 21 Bridges and 42, known as for his welcoming and humble personality and down-to-earth nature. So remembering him today, Chadwick Boseman Day. And I wanted to take a moment to do that, to honor him. All right, that is our episode today. I look forward to seeing you again right here daily on the Kim Jacobs Show at 11 o'clock a.m. You're an amazing guest, Katrina.
Thank you.
I hope you come back. Who wants her to come back?
Of course, I'll come back.
Oh, this was awesome. Okay, I see everything. It's just dawned on me that my business name is Passion to Fly. to first love yourself. That's Katrina. Thanks, Katrina. The nuggets you've dropped have been great.
Thanks, B.
All right. Oh, hey, MD Alaman Bizwa said, hi, how are you? Hey, Alaman, MD. He does some great work too. So I just want to say thank you for all that you do, MD Alaman. All right. Raise your rates. That's what the takeaway point was, Carol. All right. I see your comments coming in. You all stay connected with her. And yeah, and we are going to go ahead and close out. Have a great day. Stay backstage if you can for a second, Katrina. And have a great day, everyone else. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Hello, everyone. I'm Kim Jacobs, host of The Kim Jacobs Show, where we're bringing balance to the world, one household at a time. Listen, we go live every weekday, Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I bring guests on that talk about their backstories, things that they've had to overcome to become who they are today. Many of them are balancing and juggling life, and they've become experts in different fields. So they're sharing tips with you to make your life just a little bit easier. Many times as a guest in the studio audience, you'll get a chance to walk away with a missing piece of the puzzle that might be missing in your life. Let's go on this journey together, and I look forward to seeing you Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on The Kim Jacobs Show.